Okay, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to zoom in to what I call the skull of Australia. Right? You see how this looks just like a skull? This is all a giant salt pan. Now, how did this feature form? Well, the eye sockets are giant cataracts, right? No pun intended. The cataract I'm talking about is the feature made by a waterfall. So this was the scarp edge, the leading edge of the cataract, where water first flowed over. And then as we follow it downstream, we can find this river path. And that river path is the tail of the cataract. And so likewise, the nose is also a similar feature where water flowed off of this, and this is a straight scarp edge here. And then this eye socket here gets its rounded shape also from being a cataract. Now the mouth is a river channel that flowed this direction. Now the skull of Australia has a really badass mohawk. Right, you can see its mohawk goes all the way up here, and that's made by laminar flow. If you don't know what laminar flow is, I suggest you do some research on my channel. It basically is something that forms parallel with the current. Now what forms perpendicular to the current are ripples. Therefore these right here are massive, and I mean massive, ripple formations. And the troughs of these ripple patterns were scoured out. That's why they're lakes here. And they're salt pans. Now, when we go over to this location, we see a lot of streamlined drumlins. These were streamlined by all of these river channels. Right, you can see these river channels streamlining out the drumlins. Here's another good example of a streamlined feature. Right here you can see how it's streamlined. Here are some more good examples of the streamlining effect of this water current. Now notice that all of these streamlined drumlins we just saw are indicating a current direction going upscreen here. This is to the north. But when we check out the big streamlined feature, this guy here, it's streamlined the opposite direction. It flowed to the south. So what we find is a contrasting of current directions. That streamlined feature is right here. So we're getting a current that flowed down this way, and then the smaller features here indicate a current flowing this way. So when you look at Australia, even from way zoomed out on a map, you should be able to see this larger current pattern that washed through here.